Buddy the dog. Well, it was a rough night, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And I guess I'll tell you about it right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. That's Buddy the dog. We had another round of terrible storms, and it has caused us a great many frustration again. So that's going to be all of today, is just trying to get things back in order and see what we can do, because it's pretty miserable. So it ripped the electric off the side of my house again, what we just fixed, because the same exact thing happened. That freaking tree, I never got it sawed down after the last time yet, and it fell over more and ripped the electric line down. And I was standing out here, like it was starting to get really bad, and I thought, whatever, I was outside. And then all at once sparks start flying and shooting all over the place, and I don't know, eventually the electric did go off, which was good, because we can come over here and check out this. Actually, that is false. I really need to stay away, because now that the electric's back on, I noticed that the meter was shooting sparks every so often when the wind would blow right. So I'm not exactly sure where my, I assume that the wires are arcing to the actual conduit that the meter's in, and so that's probably live, so we want to stay away. But this was chaos. So when I realized what had happened, finally the electric went off. And of course, all of our projects are sitting right in the way, and that's all covered with whatever. Luckily, not too much stuff got damaged. That tractor, it was surrounded by trees, but I don't think that anything happened. I did a no-no thing. I called the guy I know that works at the electric company, and he said, I'll try to get a hold of him, but he said, you're like 56th in line. And he said, if you want to do anything, do it right now, as quick as possible. But he said, there's no guarantee that the electric won't come on at any time. So I went ahead and did that, and I pulled this out of the way and got these two trees off of that electric line, because I didn't need a fire to deal with too. So that's something. I don't think it took any damage really, other than being covered with leaves. I mean, maybe a little bit there. I don't remember if it had that or not. But that's okay. We're going to make 1 out of 2 anyway, one of these days when we get time. So, again, I need to watch while I'm talking that I don't get too close, because I don't know how close is too close. But it was totally to the ground under these two limbs, and I managed to take the tractor and lift it and back up and got it off of there. So now at least it's hanging in the air. It is ripped off of the other building, so I'm sure there's no electric in that building. And it's dangling from the grain bin, so I don't know if the grain bin has electric, which thereby would make the electric fence have electric. I don't think it would, because I'm pretty sure it's spliced together up there at that joint on the building where it ripped it off. So I've got, that was another thing then. While this is going on, it was pouring rain this whole time while I was doing this, so I'm totally soaked. Then I thought I got to get the cows up where they're corralled in so that they don't wander off, because they'll figure out that there's no electric fence. So there was a huge river of flood water in between where they were and the pen up here, but eventually they did find their way up here, and then I just locked them in there for the night. They're severely ticked at me right now. I can hear them mooing and stuff, but they're just going to have to live with it. I'll shove out a few more bales or something after a while, or I don't know. So anywho, I am going to have to I'm going to have to call the electric company, and my plan is I hope that they will come out here And I hope they'll disconnect that line for me, pull the meter long enough for me to fix it on the house, and then put the meter back on so that I'll have electric to keep running the sump pump, because that was another issue. So I got that. That's my plan, at least moving forward. I talked to another electrician this morning, actually, and he said he could possibly work in helping me. So if they will disconnect that line so I can work out here, then I'm going to cut this tree down, and I'm going to probably cut these other 2 trees down whilst that's all tore up anyway, and try to get that cleaned up out of the way so we don't have this problem every single time that it gets windy. That tractor was wedged in there. I hooked it and pulled it backwards out of the mess. Oh, the pickup almost got flattened. It was sitting down in here. This limb was over this way more, and the loader tractor, that John Deere, was in there. So finally, I just thought, to heck with it. I backed it up real fast and got that limb to push out of the way while I was coming out, because I didn't want that one to burn up if fire started. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So where I was at, the pickup was sitting like right there and had limbs and stuff all over it, and it's got a flat tire, which that was my doing, but the most inconvenient time to have a flat tire. So that's fine, you know. I got to try to find, well, there's more damage. There's roof off of stuff. There's I haven't even been out here because it was pouring rain the whole time, and I just haven't been able to do a walk around. But it peeled that back, which is not that big a deal. If I can get to it soon enough, I can probably save it, fold it back down, and be done with it for now. I don't know. Another thing we have to do is find the impact. I don't remember where I put it, and if it's in that building, I can't get to it with the water. Now I got somebody calling. Just a minute. So anyway, yesterday's project was mowing that field down there, and you can see why I quit. I got 2 flat tires on the front of this, so that needs fixed, you know. And it doesn't matter anyway, because that whole thing that I was doing yesterday is one giant lake today. So I guess cows can't be too mad at me, because there's not really anywhere they could go. I mean, I don't know that you can see that. I'll go around behind the barn so you can get some idea of that it floods, friends. When the water comes out, this place floods. So doesn't do that every time, but when it does, it sure makes up for it. I was gonna check. We can do that here in a minute too. I was curious to see whether the electric fence actually was doing anything. Oh, it's ripped some stuff off of the barn. That's fine. We'll fix that too. Yeah, moo. I'm not letting you out, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. So hopefully that goes down in a few days. We're gonna have to do some severe fence repair, I would say. Well, the moral of the story is everything is soaked, no matter if it was inside or outside. The wind has blown everything around all over. And I'm not even the worst case. Cousin has a terrible time over there. It destroyed one of his buildings and pretty well flattened most of his equipment. And he's got some people over there helping him, so he should be good. I got to get electric back to these for this fence so that they can do their thing. I mean, I don't know. That's my #1 priority today. So that's where we are. I cannot find that stupid impact though. That frustrates me because I know we just had it, but I'm betting that it's in that building, and I can't get to that building because it's, you know. You would think it would have been with the Oh, most of those sockets are missing. That's great. We'll need 3/4. I'm missing the 7/8 one for some reason. Found my impact. It's a little bit wet. That's fine. As suspected, there is no Cyclops action because there would be no electric here. It's all ripped off. So, I don't know. I guess now that I got this, I can call them, get the electric disconnected and all that, fix the house, and then I need to take those cows some more hay, I guess, so that they quit yelling. They'll probably still yell, but I don't know. This is not what I wanted to be doing today. Also, you know, I was getting kind of depressed that I was the only one that didn't have anything planted, but I would say that a lot of the stuff that's planted is going to be planted again because it hailed and now it has flash flooded so much that there's places underwater that aren't normally underwater, and that'll kill those little beans and stuff. So the corn might make it, but I don't know. This is a colossal mess, but anywho's, we're gonna do the thing. I'll get them called and we'll try to make this happen. But good thing I didn't put my ladder away yet, because we're gonna be doing the exact same repair that we just did. And nothing makes me smile more than doing the same thing I just did. Well, I guess we'll take out some hay. This thing got a nice power washing. I couldn't put it back in the shed because the shed was blocked with tree limb and electric wire. So, sure. I was just looking to see that there wasn't flat tires or anything. I don't know. Of course, that's the way we always are. Gotta choke it. One stray cow. Oh no, there's 3. I bet they didn't get up here last night. See if we can run them in here together. Come on. Let's not run around. I don't have it in me. Let's just go. The gate's open there, dummy. If you just proceed with your course that you were on, but you won't do that. You'll push your way through and destroy something else. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, you're escaping. Turn around, you dummy. Oh, sometimes They just aren't that smart. I'm guessing what happened is they got stranded by the water, so they hopped the fence down there somewhere and made it into here, which is fine. At least they made it. Let them in here and they can play today. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a muddy mess. So far, actually, I'm impressed. I guess it was so dry that most of the rain in here just ran off into the other places. But that's a lake. Baby. Kind of weird. It's pretty solid for as much rain as there was. I'm not hardly leaving a track. Got him right there. Don't have enough appendages to run this when I'm holding the camera. I'm gonna just leave them in here for now, or let them so they can go back and forth, because this is dry. That'll give them some relief from that. I wish we could have got that finished, then I wouldn't be so worried, because I'm sure they're gonna figure out that they can go that way, and you know, those wires ain't doing much. But I don't know, we'll see. They should be content in here for a while. I mean, they've got more bales than they know what to do with. Even if they destroy those, so be it. If I leave them in here a while, they'll get sick of it, and then they'll be easier to get back for nighttime. Whenever they got green grass, they could really care less about those bales, so I don't think they'll bother them. I've done this before. It'll be fine. Yeah, truck just turned around. The water's over the road down there. When I drove my bus route this morning, I had to leave a good chunk of the kids at home because there was no way to physically get there from here. I tried all different ways. Whenever it flash floods like this, the water goes over places it doesn't normally go, and you just can't get around. All right, I need to get I guess a jacket. It's kind of cold when the wind's blowing. But our next order of business is fix the pickup. All right, that looks about right. Now, you picked it up before. Why won't you pick it up now? I don't think that's enough. Still leaking air, huh, tire? We need to get that higher off the ground, but first let's get all the stuff loose. Do you want to know the fun part, friends? There's more severe weather coming. It'll be here anytime. So we have very limited time that we can actually get this done. Anything. I don't remember what size these are. Are these 7/8? No, there might be 13s. Yep. Okay. We should also, while we're doing, before we get it carried away. Oh yeah, this is the fun thing where they don't come off easy. The nut gets stuck in the socket. Very easy. All right, we got to pick it up again and then hope that'll come off of there without much pounding, because I don't know if I don't know what happened to my sledgehammer. So in a fun turn of events now, the tractor will no longer lift and hold. The boom cylinders, I guess, are leaking, and it won't do the thing. So we're gonna have to get us some other type of jacking mechanism, probably of the handyman variety. I guess I could use, though, if I want to get super muddy and miserable, I did buy a brand new jack to take along when we went to Kentucky. We could try that one. Soaking wet cardboard, sure. Well, let's even go under there. I bought it to have for the trailer because I figured if we had a flat between it and the handyman jack, I would be able to do something, but also not end up killing myself, because I thought, well, those 20-ton jacks are pretty heavy. So I thought this little one would be just enough to lift a wheel or something. Oh, this is fun. Isn't it fun? It's fun. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Holy crap. I don't know what just happened, but I guess you do, because you probably saw that, whatever it was. Oh, I hate this. It works so much better to just have the loader do it. Is it going to fall off of that? Sure looks like it is. Son of a canute. I'm sure that won't just come off of there because aluminum rim things, you know. So, hey, all right. Life threw us one there. That must mean it's going to fall off the jack before I get the other one on. Oh, we anti-seized it. Okay, we'll put that one in the truck in a minute. Let's get the other one. Okay, baby doll. Boy, those brakes, do they look like they've been doing anything? They flash rusted from, the thing was sitting in the water yesterday. When it flash flooded, it got a little bit underwater too. Come on. All right, friends. Let's put this back on. And no one will know that we have a... So, I don't know if I ever said that or not, but one thing I did when I bought those rims was I quickly discovered I might as well buy a fifth one for a spare so that I didn't have to have different lug nuts. Because the steel wheels sometimes, that don't play nice, you see. So this has worked out pretty well. That's one of the best of the tires I took off of it. And I got a new one ordered, so we'll take that and get it done. What really sucks about this is these are practically new tires. And before we went on that trip to Kentucky, I don't know if I told that story or not, but one of them started leaking like the night before. So I ran out to my friend who's got a tire shop and he fixed it. But wouldn't you know that that was the one on the other side and not this one? So the one that he put the plug in is not the one that just took this terrible beating. So, sure. Well, let's let her down. I tell you, friends, I'm wore out, and it ain't even, it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. This has been so stressful that I just don't know. I'll put this down and then at least we're mobile again. And then now we're kind of at the mercy of the electric company. Whenever they call and say they're coming And then if I get them to shut that off, we can fix the house right, and hopefully, like I said, have that back together correctly before. Anyway, I don't know what to do. This is so much chaos. I don't like any of it, but what are you gonna do? I'm sure that we've not seen everything that the wind has done, but one thing I noticed this morning was it was strong enough that it flipped this over center and laid this on the ground. And that thing hasn't been moved in how many years? And it did that. So, just from the wind hitting it. So that's pretty crazy. I'm actually amazed it didn't flip the whole thing over, but I guess the wind was coming from that way. Huh. I don't even know if we can. I guess it'll pick up again easy, but just stuff like that. I'm supposing that real quick, whilst we're out and about now, let's drive over to Cousin and see how bad his affair is, or how he's getting along. I think he got an excavator there to help try to pull the buildings off of the stuff, but it crunched up his good combine that he just got last year. So it's gonna be on about the 4th or 5th combine by now. Every year some tragedy happens. So I don't know. Donkeys didn't make it in the other pen. They're out in this field, but that's fine. They're okay there. A lot of carnage on the road. Last night when I had Dad brought me his generator again, I had to come down here with the tractor and clear that one over enough they could get through. And then there's more that's fallen this morning, so yeah, a lot of fun, friends, a lot of fun. That one really needs to be out of the road more, but that's not my problem right now. See, there's a piece. It's fallen out of trees. It all came from that direction. So, which is unfortunate, because see, that's where the power line is. So it's gonna blow anything over and then hit that. And then that's how she goes. All the crops underwater. It's gonna be one of those aggravating times where it's gonna destroy patches of it, and then you're gonna be thinking, you go out there and replant, are you destroying more than what you're accomplishing, you know? Because you'll have to tear up some good stuff to get in there to it. And then, you know, what's the right thing to do? You never know. Some of this will be fine, but some of it won't. When it sits in water like that, it can't stand that very long. I'm not exactly sure where I'm trying to figure out how this storm really went through here, because like my uncle over there, it doesn't look like he had any real damage. But Cousin definitely did, and I did, so it must have come through at an angle, which would make sense, because the other part of the county where there's damage would be kind of over at that way, and I just caught the end of it, I guess, you know. I didn't get it full on, and I have a feeling he did over here. And I just wonder if this wasn't a tornado, at least at his, because it did some stuff, friends. I mean, it made a mess. And then now with everything being flooded, you can't accomplish anything. He maybe didn't get the excavator over here, because how are you going to get it here? Where it's at, you'd have to go through flood water, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, I don't know. We'll see what he's got to say real quick, if he's around. He's supposed to be, but stuff blown all across the road from his house, you know. For whatever reason, he luckily had 2 tractors sitting outside, so they didn't get it. But I don't know. We'll call him and see what's what. Well, I just talked to him and he said he's on the way with an excavator. So, and you'll see why here in a minute, but I figure we'll check it out a little bit. His main building looks like it survived fine, but the old hog house took a little bit of sadness there. But the big sadness is out here where he keeps his combines, or some of the combines anyway. I mean, that is flat, friends. Also, he said, and I didn't notice, but that corn picker, it wadded that up. It spun it around like it was pointed out. So something happened here. I don't know what, but that's fine. So parts combine was this one. Well, they were gonna try to fix it too, but I'd say now it's a parts combine. The good combine is right there, and it's been hammered on pretty good. If you recall, when we were here once before and took a tour, this was like an old log house in the center here with lean-tos all the way around it, and it is not anymore. So I don't know. I mean, it didn't even look at it, just snapped these posts. It's not, I wouldn't call that rotten. I mean, it just hammered it pretty hard. The saddest part, like he said too, and I feel for him there, the saddest part is the stuff that was like his grandpa's. You know, if it got hammered, that's pretty sad. You know, there's, I guess the baler, you could save this, pull it out of there maybe, if he's careful. The wooden drill, I think it might have survived too, barely. I think that any damage you see is pre-existing, maybe. That's pretty heavy on it, but I think you could get it out of there. Combine augers poking through the roof, that's probably not good for them. I would say they're a little bit bent. I think this old combine though, I think a guy could make that go with relatively little effort probably. It probably will need an auger. Maybe not though. I can't tell if it, I don't know. I just can't tell. Have to get it out of there first and see. But I think if he's careful and like takes the excavator and gets the tin off and stuff, he might be able to drive that one out of there. I don't know. Hay mower, that thing wasn't much, but I would say it's less than much now. I don't know. It bore a lot of weight there, but you got to look at where that was. Like the edge of the building was out here, so it's went over, I would call that 8 to 10 feet that way. Rake, I would say that he could probably save this too. I mean, I think that was his grandpa's. I think it was some careful stuff and not going crazy with an excavator. I would say that he could get some of this out of there. That poor drill there, that was his grandpa's. It took a beating, but I don't think it's I don't think it's beyond saving either. I don't know what he all had going here. The stupid groundhogs have made a mess of everything. Whoa, nothing solid to stand on. There's the corner of the old thing there. I don't think it looks bad. It looks bad, but I don't think it's bad as it could be. I think that everything on this side, this little equipment, I think is very savable. Well, we got to get out of here though, because we're sinking. Now this, I mean, plow, that was his dad's plow. You can't really hurt a plow. I mean, and another good thing he had going for him is this ground is super soft. So I guess thanks, groundhogs, you did do something. So when the building fell on it, it could just push it in a little more instead of take the full force. The head though, I don't know. Boy, I think it might be savable too. I think the way that this building fell, I think that's savable. I don't think this is one that he used, but I'm thinking that if they're careful about it and not just like go wild with the bucket, I think they could probably save a lot of this. The old hay loader took a pretty hard hit, but you know, sulky plow, I didn't even know he had that. Have to see it all blown down to see what the guy's got. Skid loader, that belongs to a neighbor, so who knows what they're going to want to do now. That thing's been sitting there for years. No, I think, like I said, if he's careful, which I don't know how careful he'll be, but if it was me, I think I could salvage a lot of this out of here, and it just looks worse than it really is. This combine took a brunt of it, but it's a parts combine. So if he's real careful, like I said, I think he can get that one out of there. It kind of just laid it down on there, you know. I think I would probably work from out to in and try to get stuff out, but I think he can do it. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a few little things bent here and there, but for the most part, I think that a guy's going to be able to save that. He's probably going to have to cut this to get this heavy stuff away and then carefully flip that out of there, but I don't know. I came over here to borrow some good luck. Do you have any you can lend me? I looked at this stuff and I don't think that it's as bad as it first looks. I think if you're careful, you can probably get a lot of that out of there without too much, like start with the little stuff. Like I think your hay rake's fine. You just got to get it out of there. The hay mower took a lot of it. I think you can get the...
there and looked, it broke the cylinders and the mainframe broke.
On the hay mower? Yeah, but I think you can get that rake out, and I think you can get this, like this baler, and I think both drills are not damaged very bad.
The baler and the drill come out first.
Yeah, and I think that other drill is not that bad either.
Yeah, I gotta get...
It's just stuff's laying on stuff. So when you take it out, you can't just grapple it and start ripping. You need to do like a little at a time. And like...
We're gonna chain a bunch of it up because I'm wanting the roof to lay
lift
down.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna reuse all this metal and build another building.
Oh, well, there you go. But I think like, if you're careful here, you can get that combine out, and I don't think there's much wrong with it.
Did you see where it split the ass end to come up? Where the back of the walkers is leaning way down.
And this good, in the good one?
It ripped the back of it.
I didn't see that, no. I didn't crawl in there though. I looked from the other side. I thought the other one took most of it.
And then where all this tin right here,
them
are big beams leaning on the combine.
Huh.
So I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I think you're gonna have to saw this down and take it off a piece at a time. Start from out here and work your way in.
If you look up there, it's split from my hopper.
Oh, yeah,
See?
okay.
And then I climbed up there, the cross auger, and the tank's all bent. It's all down, and this thing here, my unload auger is,
Okay, so it didn't, from outside it didn't look bad, but it is bad.
Down. And like I said, this is that whole wall.
It's leaning against it.
And I had, I don't know how many thousands and thousands of parts inside there that are under all them logs.
Well, you just have to be careful when you're going out of here and don't just be grappling and
no, like I said,
because I think you can get a lot of stuff
like
saved.
this here, we're going to take chains and pick this up and pull stuff out.
Yeah.
But that's first. That is my first.
Those two things, and then I get that other one out too because I think it's fun. That rake and that other drill, I think are fine. I think like that other drill might have a little dent in the lid, but other than that, another thing that helped is, for once the groundhogs might have done something good, having that ground soft gave it something to give in when it landed on it instead of just hammering it hard. But I mean, what the heck, friends? I mean, it did break that lid, or was that like that cast? You got parts for that though now. That other drill should have that.
The baler, I don't think took anything.
No, I don't either. That's amazing. But it's got to get out of there right away before you do anything.
It's flat.
I saw that up under there.
The other bean head, it looked, it took a part of the reel out.
I thought it looked pretty good too, though. Yet.
Yeah. It was,
look, it's all up too.
Oh yeah, can you believe it? Look at that shaft is bowed.
Yeah. It ripped it off the feeder house.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that did that, but. Hammer bars, I don't have very many.
Yeah. I think you can still fix it or make one nice one out of what you got. I don't know. You got enough. You got at least insurance on this one that can help you.
They're coming tonight.
Hey.
They told me to get it out of here tonight so they can see. But I don't know how that all goes. I called them.
They'll come look at it and say it'll never come mine again. And then if you want to buy it back for scrap, you buy it back, which you will.
Yes.
And you'll give them like $300 out of the check, and then you get it for scrap. But see, what they're getting at is when they total, I don't know. You have to ask them that for sure. But we did that. I did that on that 1655. He wanted to tell.
I'm just happy that the people I'm dealing with are their neighbors and they know how this works. One of these trusses right here blew all the way over to Mom and Dad's house and hit their house.
Good grief! I know it was wild when this was going down. I mean.
They took the roof off of that building, complete all of it.
Oh, I see that. Did they insure that one or not?
We were chasing meat chickens through corn ones.
I saw you rode
I'm missing the grain bin lid.
Oh really?
Now the other farm down there, you can't tell anything happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, how this came through here, because it must have come through at an angle this way. If I got some of it too, because that would line up about like to Cortland, and come through here, and then that missed that, but it got.
But what was weird is I sat on the other side of the hog farm and it pushed my truck across the road when I got.
Yeah, see, that's weird too.
I don't know how that all. Yeah, I got stuff out in the hayfield.
It's gonna be wonder where they'll find that grain bin lid. Maybe it's under that lake, probably.
Well, I don't know.
Under your corn lake there.
I got grain in the bin, so I'm kind of.
Oh, with the missing lid?
Yes.
Well, then you got a problem.
I got two bins missing. I am missing the lid of hog that we found it. It's got last year's corn in it. That's the corn I've been feeding out of.
How much more's in there?
1,500 bushels.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to tell you to do with that, other than get it out of there. But I don't know where to put it in a trailer. You can get a trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, corn picker.
Yeah, I gotta look at that too, because I looked at it a little bit walking by, but that's unbelievable that it could do that. I mean, I don't know.
See, the south of it was pointing this way.
Yeah, it was pointed over there.
Yeah, and it spun it somehow, and I don't know.
Spun it and collapsed it all up.
I'm probably gonna get money on that.
No, it was gonna be parts anyway, but we just got to get it over there sometime. Might be able to just drag it with that semi I've got if I get that plated right.
Everything up.
There's your parts for your other one. Where'd that little disc come from?
Grandpa had it.
Well, that's a cute little feller.
Yeah, I need to get blades for it if I want to use it.
Yeah, that's...
It's sitting outside, saved its life. It used to be under that building. I need a gang. I need a nut and blades.
You can get all that stuff from Shoop.
Well, I need it.
They even make it, I mean, all the stuff for this. Now, you got a Culta mulcher too.
It's not mine, but we borrow for it, kind of. I use it quite a bit.
Huh. Well, I don't know. I didn't really intend on having to do all this, but that's...
I'm not kidding. You can see where it was sitting. It was
yeah,
crazy.
that's...
So, people are saying straight line winds. It had to have...
spun. It had to pick and spin.
And spin it to get it into that formation.
Wedged, yeah. Yeah, because it was facing that way.
I mean, I just don't...
Huh. Well...
And to believe that all my cattle barns and everything, I mean, it's all right down there. I was expecting something.
I know, that's weird that it's not even... It's just the other side of that water.
I mean,
and
it upsets me too. That was the first cat house built on this place, and it's...
I know. Whatever. It's... I don't know.
I'm glad that barn stayed.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's amazing that one didn't take anything.
I mean, I don't know if maybe them doors being open let air go through and not...
I bet it did. I bet it let the pressure out.
It didn't let it pick nothing up. I mean, I ain't walked over. I don't know if anything blew like against the Oliver. I lost a piece of insulation in the shop. Like it fell down on the inside because air got inside of it. I'm lucky it's sitting.
Yeah, that it didn't exploded out of there. Look at that thing.
Yeah, they sure need a lot.
And an excavator.
Oh, that's right.
No, yeah.
They see those them things a lot.
Yeah. What are you thinking? What I said, what are you thinking? Nothing? It is sad. No, this thing survived. And the feed mill survived. Huh. That's something. I don't know. Well, I'm waiting on the electric people to come. I can't do any more. I'll die. I mean, or start a fire. So I got no electric for fence. I got the cows corralled up, and I hope they stay put. But
well, after all this going on, last night we had a baby calf in the storm.
Really? Yeah. Well, that figures. They always have it at the worst time, so that figures. Yeah, I don't know.
The elevator didn't tip it, but it moved it over.
So, like I had that one that I pulled home the other day, you know, and it was sitting there along the... I don't know if you've been there since I did that or not.
Keep asking, come over, you're busy.
Yeah, so it was sitting along the driveway. It folded that other piece over down like you're getting ready to load corn.
Really?
It did, yeah, and I'm surprised. If it did that, why didn't it just flip the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because that thing hasn't been moved in years, and it just unfolded it as easy as could be.
That thing, it spun it to the side.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that because it's hollow. Like there's nothing for the air to grab.
The augers are still there. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you can make a combine. You might have to revive old Smokey.
I gotta take a leak. Yeah.
I'm just amazed that this didn't take any damage, because this is nothing blocks this. This is right out in the open, this building.
Yeah, I know.
Like
it's got good, brand new treated posts on it. Now, I mean, but the insurance won't insure this building. They said it's junk.
which one? That other one?
Or the one we're standing in.
They won't insure this?
No.
Why?
Because they say it's junk.
How is this junk?
I don't know. It's the best building I got.
Yeah, that's you need to go to that one I went to, because this I don't know. But see, I took the high deductible, so right now basically I need to just fix it all myself, because it's not worth.
Yeah.
Because I think my deductible's like a couple $1,000 or something. Because I always figured I could come up with that, but I couldn't. Well, let's hear it run.
Make sure she's in neutral. It's on.
That ain't good. What'd you do? You sure that it's not really sick? What the f... I wonder if it got water in it. Or if it got... Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
Milky.
Over full. You should probably change the oil in it, and then if we can get it running, then we'll put some of that K-Seal in it that they sell in those little blue bottles, and then we'll run it and get it going. But I wonder if the O-rings let go in the sleeves. But that's weird, that just sitting out here. Pull the spark plugs out, crank it over, see if it's got water in it. Try to blow that out of there, and then give it an oil change, and that's crazy. How can it, I don't know, I don't even know. There's no more words. Like, it was just,
This thing's probably...
does the key not work or what? Well, you got one.
Keep the fuel pump adjusted. Found my fuel pump on it.
Yeah. That's not on there anymore. Yeah, I bet that's what it did. But then the engine oil thing, that could be totally unrelated. It could have a blown head gasket, and that could be why it's running bad. And so, because you never had any head work done, when you put that head back on, I don't know what you did. It had the head on it when I got it, so I don't know. When you tore it apart, I don't know. But I would not give up hope yet. Take the spark plugs out, get it to crank over, blow out whatever's in there, drain the oil out, put fresh oil, new filter, get a bottle of that K-Seal.
Hot one day, so it's head gasket too.
Okay, well there you go. So that's, yeah, but that K-Seal might fix it. It's done it. I've seen it do it. It's worth a try, because all you're out then is oil, filter, and a bottle of that stuff. So that's what you got to do. But you got to pull the plugs out to get the water off the top of the cylinders. But I would try that. I mean, let's just add to the terrible times. I mean, just full of fertilizer that got rained on.
Yep.
That's about right.
Yep.
So you get to carve that out of there now.
Yep.
Do these flip forward?
They're supposed to, but they're so rusted.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So then you're gonna dig it out by hand, I guess. Fun times, friends. What do you think? You're making the most money out of everybody here, so you ought to have a lot of good things to say.
I'm making the most money?
I think so.
How am I making the most money?
I don't know. You got that high-paying job up there at that fancy pants, whatever.
The White River Nutrition?
Yeah.
It's just on my hat. A dirty old hat.
Well, enough sadness here. All right, friends. It's been all day. I've waited. They never came, so I guess I'll deal with another day without the electric being exactly right, and hopefully there's no fire, you know? That's what bothers me more than anything. I did just have a thought, though, for my one problem. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner, probably because there's too much on my mind, but I'm going to drive to Rural King, and I'm going to get a battery-powered fence charger, and hopefully that will get me by until I can get electric up there, because I realized it's going to be who knows how long before I get that hooked back up correctly, and I can't really run an extension cord all the way from up here down there. So if I get a battery powered one, I can just set it right where the other one is and hook the battery to it. Grandpa and I did that years ago somewhere. He had cows at another farm, and I'm pretty sure we used a battery powered one down there, and I probably still have it, but last time I saw it, I think the wiring looked rickety on it, and I don't have time to fool with that. So I'll just buy a new one and then have it for emergencies, because this could happen again, friends. It could be something like this that takes place. You know, even if I do get a generator to run the whole works, if it would happen like it did this time, I would be in the exact same boat, where if that line gets cut off there, I wouldn't have electric fence. So I guess I don't have a problem with that. Hopefully I'll buy it and use it this one time and never have to use it again. But that's where we're going to leave this video. I don't know. Videos are going to be kind of scarce this week, because I'm not going to have time to do anything other than try to get collected from this storm, and hopefully the next round coming through doesn't do any more damage, because we've had enough, you know, we've had enough. So anyway, we're going to leave this one here. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.